Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports with Monga, and it's a similar story, but with a twist. The only twist is that we had hope. Manchester United, Manchester City playing at the Etihad in the Manchester Derby, a game which possibly would have been poised as the most important game for Manchester United and Erik ten Hag himself, as they are trying to find their way back into the top four. Still, there was hope. Marcus Rashford giving some hope, but not enough. The first goal in the 8th minute after a really long ball from Onana. Bruno Fernandes puts the ball back up, and Rashford with the first time shot. No chance for Ederson to save that. And it's in, and everybody in Manchester United is completely going crazy and on the edge of the seat. Is it possible that Manchester United can do the unthinkable? Because Manchester United had just lost to Fulham 2-1, and the way City have tried and come back to win from different positions, it was just next to impossible for us to believe. And that's what we actually saw. It was impossible to believe in the first half, and when it ended 1-0 for Manchester United to be up. I have no idea how Erling Haaland did not get to score in the first half, how City, I think Foden could have done better. Onana made an amazing save. So I'm not going to take that away. I'm going to focus basically on the game from both Manchester United points of view and Manchester City as well. Manchester City could have had, they should have been 2-1 up if Foden would have finished the 1-on-1. And of course, Erling Haaland missing a absolute sitter. That's the worst miss of the whole Premier League season this year. You know, he comes with the best goals and he comes with the worst as well. So I would say that's kind of where I land. But eventually we were hoping that there was be an upset, but no. Phil Foden had other thoughts here. Phil Foden, man of the match, scoring the 56th minute with a beautiful left footer, top right corner. Nothing Onana could do there. There's a lot of question marks going around that goal because of Longley's movement, amount of space he is given, Casemiro, Menu, the whole defensive back line for Manchester United, not really able to deal with it. With Johnny Evans, they're slow. So yeah, there's a lot kind of to go over. Johnny Evans, Victor Lindelof, Rafael Varane, and Diogo Dalot. Dalot could not run ahead. Manchester United was playing back. They were playing for the counter. But Phil Foden finds space, and he just kind of lets out a ripper in the 56th minute to get the first goal. But then at that end, it almost felt to me like, okay, now it's settled. But Manchester United did not have players. Like, I'm like, it ended at 3-1 with Phil Foden again making a quick 1-2 with Julian Alvarez and scoring a beautiful left foot. It's so easy for him. Like, look at the movements that he's making around the edge of the box for Victor Lindelof or Casemiro or Varane to kind of keep up with him. There's no way they're trying to keep up with him. There's no chance that they can keep up with him because he's magical, just pure magic the way they were. But then that's kind of the confidence that they have, that they will play the 1-2, get across and then score the goal. So that was stacked. 80th minute goal, 2-1, hope's given up, and this is Phil Foden's new celebration. That's what he kind of does every time. And then the third goal, of course, it had to be a mistake. Pressure, 90 plus 5th minute, after adding 4 minutes of extra time. Erling Haaland gets his goal, scores it 3-1. It has ended for Manchester City against Manchester United. This has been the first time that Manchester City have had ever come from behind to beat Manchester United in a Premier League match, in the 29th occasion of them falling behind in this fixture in the competition. They've drawn 3 and they've lost 25. They had lost the previous 15 times in a row that they had trailed against Manchester United in the league before today. So some history made also. Manchester United lost a Premier League game in which they led at a halftime for the first time since September of 2014 against Leicester 5-3, ending their run of 143 unbeaten games, went ahead at the break in the competition. They've won 123, they've drawn 20, and this is the first loss. So their streak is broken in a way. This was the 12th time that Man City fell behind in a Premier League game this season. Only in 2019, 2013 have they done so more in a single campaign. So Manchester City have made a habit of coming back from behind, even if they're gone down. Despite this, they have recovered 21 points from losing position in the competition. They're the most ever in the Premier League. It is just crazy what stats they kind of pulling up. But we need to talk about what did we really expect? Like, how could we have even thought of a breaking down or winning this game? Even the draw at the time would have been like, I think that was the result that we were going for. Manchester United felt that a 1-0 lead, possibly parking the bus. They find it really, really, well. But it's hard because City is relentless. They don't stop with Kevin De Bruyne, with John Stones, with Phil Foden, with Doku, with Erling Haaland, with Alvarez and coming with Bernardo Silva. They are with Rodri. They're always around the edge of the box. So it's really hard for you to keep concentration. But my main question was, who could have Erik ten Hag even got on the pitch to make a difference? The only players that he had were the first substitution he made, he had to basically, was Willy Kambawala. Can you imagine? I have not. He is born 20, Frenchman, third appearance, 25. He's born 2004. Like he's 20 years old, youngster playing in this Manchester derby, the first game. It's hard. He had Sofia Amrabat, Christian Eriksen, Amore Forson, Toby Koila, Amad Diallo, Anthony, and Atla Bayandar. There was no impact player. Like the only player he could get was Anthony, with who's doing nothing, who's basically doing nothing. Like I don't understand why we have a Brazilian who can trickery, but he can't run with the ball. He can't kind of make a burst. There's no impact player for Manchester United currently. All the players that we have were on the pitch. Rashford was subbed off. We had Johnny Evans, who had to be subbed off as well. Marcus Rashford subbed off. Garnacho subbed off. Kobe Mainoo subbed off. We need these players. We need some players to have some impact. I know the injuries have kind of made us struggle, but there was no impact player. That's what I was thinking. Like, who could he have got on? And the players that City brought on, like just for fun, I think was like one player was Doku was out and he got Alvarez, and then Alvarez assisted immediately. Look at the bench. They have Josko Guardiola, Akanji, Rico Lewis, Mateo Kovacic, Sergio Gomez, Matthias Nunes, Oscar Bob, who came on in the 97th minute. So it's really hard for Manchester United even to think for like them to kind of be at the same level as City right now. Of course, Sir Jim Ratcliffe has spoken highly about the ambition of the club, and I understand that ambition, but then it will take time. It will take a lot of time. There needs to be a lot of introspection to get through. Of course, there's a lot of people talking about Erik ten Hag out. This was one of those games where if he had won, he keeps his job. But I still don't understand. The problem is not the manager. The problem is the players. There is a concept. It works. You can see the goal that City conceded early. There was another chance for Rashford to kind of get the 2-goal or third goal as well in the first half. But then those are chances that we need to take. But it's the lack of confidence that we're kind of struggling with right now. Erik ten Hag needs this support from the fans. Of course, we are 11 points away from top 4. Again, with Aston Villa doing really, really well. Unai Emery is putting a masterclass of what he's doing as Aston Villa. Manchester United, of course, are now heading to Everton. They will host Everton the day before. City, who play at Liverpool. That's a mouth-watering clash for the title. Of course, City visit Liverpool at Anfield next Sunday after a midweek Champions League last 16 second leg clash with Copenhagen. They're leading pretty comfortably in the first leg, but of course, Pep Guardiola, I don't think he will be resting on those laurels and play the team that he wants to. Manchester United need to start moving towards the top 4. They have some really tough games still left. Manchester United still play. They play Everton next. They play Brentford, they have to play Liverpool, and they have to play Chelsea as well. So there's a lot, Newcastle and Arsenal as well. So there are a lot of tough games for Manchester United still, but we can only believe that it is possible for them to kind of come. For Manchester City, the standings pretty much right now, 62 points, 27 games. Liverpool, 27. It's a title decider in my mind. Arsenal, of course, 58. They will be just waiting for somebody to drop points there and then kind of grasp it. Manchester United currently with 44 points, 6 points behind Tottenham, and 11 points behind Aston Villa. It's going to be progression. That's all Manchester United needs. Manchester City, of course. Phil Foden, masterclass, magical. Haaland needs to get his confidence back. Man City will play Copenhagen. They lead 3-1 on the aggregate in the first leg. I think it's game done, a match there, but they'll also play FA Cup semi-final, quarterfinals against Newcastle. So that's going to be interesting as well. So Man City possibly in a mood to kind of get all the eggs in one basket and try to go for the all. Possibly the FA Cup, possibly the Champions League and the Premier League as well. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. Of course, we have issues. Of course, we have problems in Manchester. Amrabat's the third goal did not kind of sit well with me. We talked about so much how Amrabat was a solution for a lot of problems, but I don't think he is. We need class players. We need some more compactness, some more young blood, some more proven metal for us to kind of get through this league this season. Manchester City, on the other hand, on the up, and interesting clash with Liverpool next Saturday. Let me know in the comment section what do you think about this game. What was your biggest moment? There were some VAR calls, the penalties. Let's not talk about all of those, because let's just focus on the football. We lost the game on the football merits. Foden was magical, good shots. With our defense being more proactive and more young, possibly we could have made more better reactions and run back better. But that was not it. We need a reshuffle. We need Manchester United to come back to its glory. It will take time. It will be painful. It won't be easy. That's for sure. Manchester City 3, Manchester United 1. Let me know in the comments what you think. And see you in the next one.